Ah, yes. Classic Alloutblitzle. Scheduled to stream. I have the wrong chair. No wonder. That's better, I think. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. Awesome. Um, so I guess I did a thing and played at the I almost said Orlando. At the Atlanta Regional Championships. Um, but I did not play Pidgeot. I played Raging Bolt DX. And yeah, it was an interesting experience to say the least. So yeah, I'm gonna go over the list that I played, the tournament reports. You have a stream game in here that we can VOD review. And of course we can also just go over the results from Atlanta, thoughts on the meta, all that cool stuff. Yeah. I don't really know how to start this. I guess I could start from the beginning and how we got here, how we got to Raging Bolt EX. AOV is all out Bolt now. I mean, maybe, but I guess it probably makes sense to start from the beginning. I was doing like exactly what I did for San Antonio, playing a ton of ladder to try to get ready for this tournament. And I was trying to play Pidgeot because Pidgeot's awesome. Pidgeot's so cool. But I was having an unfortunate problem that no matter how much emphasis I put on the matchup, I could not make Dragapult a winnable matchup. Like it was always unfavored, and I didn't like that. I didn't. Also, there's just like other matchups I just didn't feel great about with Pidgeot, so I decided just not to play the deck. It just didn't feel like the right time, the right moments. And I decided that on Thursday night, so like 4 days ago now, I decided I wasn't gonna play Pidgeots. And I put very little time into other decks. I put a little bit of Gardevoir, a little bit of Dragapult. I guess I played the most Goldango out of any deck. But yeah, I woke up Friday and just felt in like a Raging Bolt mood. I played some on ladder. I lost like 10 games in a row. Played a little Pidgeot. That deck sucked, so I played Raging Bolt, more on ladder. And built Raging Bolt IRL, packed it up, and sent it to Atlanta. Yeah, so the list I think is actually like, pretty cool. It's like, I don't know. There's some cards in this deck that I do not know why people they're not in every single Raging Bolt list. I do not understand it. There's like a lot of broken cards in this deck that a lot of Bolt lists are not playing, and it just does not make very much sense to me. The big one is Baby Raging Bolt. Like I think if we let me see. Like if we go like the Atlanta Day 2 Bolt list, it's like 35% of Raging Bolt lists were playing Baby Bolt, and that's like the best card in the deck. Like the only reason I think this deck is remotely playable is because Baby Raging Bolt. So I think it's kind of odd that I have to say this because I feel like this card's like pretty obviously broken, but yeah, Baby Raging Bolt is broken. That was like the whole reason I picked this deck. I'm like, I want to use Baby Bolt. That card is so cool. Other than that, the list is like pretty boring. Have the Bloodmoon to close out closer games. It's like kind of annoying to have like Sada and Gus like at the same time in some of those end games where you're getting Iono. Like Bloodmoon just helps you set up a lot of easy checkmates and also gives you something that can hit through Crown Opal and is a 2-price that doesn't get one shot by Bloodmoon. So Bloodmoon was amazing. Won me like a bunch of games throughout the weekend. But yeah, other than that, it's like pretty plain, pretty boring. Nothing super fancy. Like the retrieval count is lighter than most other lists, but I did not really feel that much. Like it felt perfectly fine. The counter catcher was great to combine with like the Bloodmoon, the baby Raging Bolt, the Slither Wing. That's I'm like I didn't want to play the switches because those cards felt bad. Like it just felt like you didn't need those. They were pretty cope. I think like other Raging Bolt. Like I just want like the goal with this list was just to make it as consistent as possible. Just get into the game, play the game, and you would be okay. So like cards like Energy Switch would have been really cool to play, but no, just just wanted to play like a consistent streamlined Bolt list. Thoughts on the Gardevoir matchup? You just like push Baby Bolt in their face and just like snipe it, just like snipe their stuff over and over again, and ideally build a big enough lead that you can just like gust twice and win or something. But yeah, I was like initially I'm like, yeah, I played this pretty boring Bolt list, but then I realized that like all these other Bolt lists just kind of suck. Like I same 60'd with Christian, and he was the best finishing Bolts. And like a lot of these other ones are just playing like unnecessary junk cards. They're not playing like really important cards, which is just like really surprising. Why are we playing Cornerstone, Turo, Power Pad, no Baby Bolt? Like, what are we doing here? So I guess there's that. Raging Bolt's cool. I guess why did I decide to play this deck? Is that relevant information? Why did I choose to play Raging Bolts of all decks? And to be perfectly honest, I don't know. Well, okay, that's kind of a lie, but I feel like I kind of put myself into like a corner where I had tested so much Pidgeot and that deck just did not feel good that I like Dragon Ball and Guardy felt like really powerful decks. They just weren't decks that I felt comfortable picking up with very little, like minimal practice. So I kind of ruled those out quickly, even though I thought they were pretty strong. And then it was like between like Goldango and Bolt. I just didn't want to play Dango. I don't have a great reason for it, honestly. I just didn't want to play it. I don't know. I just want to use Baby Raging Bolt. This card's so cool. But yeah, deck was really cool. I'm a huge fan of Baby Raging Bolt and Raging Bolt EX. Yeah, I just like wanted to play something consistent. I just feel like the format as a whole was just pretty jank and inconsistent, and yeah, here we are. We played Raging Bolts. I didn't play. I don't think I played a lot of Bolt last format. I played it some. But, like I didn't feel like I like going into this tournament. I knew that you had like it's pretty obvious that you had to beat Bolt to win. My goal was to win. And was Raging Bolt inside the deck to beat Bolt? Probably not. But honestly, like feels like nothing has an amazing Bolt matchup, to be honest. I definitely overestimated Raging Bolt's Dragon Bolt matchup. I thought it was better than it was, and that's kind of on me because I didn't really test it. But I don't know. Bolt's just kind of broken. Shout out Badoo. Can you rate your Connor's list? I guess we could talk about it when we do the VOD game, sure. I'm doing some crazy meta manipulation. Bro, it's like the most extreme kind of meta manip. Like, imagine being so dedicated to like love of the game of meta manipulation that you're just like sacking your own tournament run by playing a certain deck. Dango is okay against Bolt. I mean the match was close. Like Stamp is just so rude. Like Badoo Stamp is just so good. And they're like all those Polts that are playing Genesect as well. Like I haven't tested that matchup at all, but I have to imagine it's pretty bad for Goldango. Really not too much to say about the list. It felt really good. Definitely felt like D60 for Bolt. Like there's nothing I really wanted, nothing that I would take out or just felt totally dead. It just felt really like I mean, but it's like tough to feel like, wow, I'm playing Raging Bolt. This deck is so good. This deck's broken. It's overpowered. But like, it just felt like a good Raging Bolt list. And I guess, I don't know, is Raging Bolt that good of a deck overall? I'm not sure. But this like felt like the correct take on the deck in terms of like where it needed to be right now in the formats. It was the Bloodmoon. It was insane. It won me like 5 or 6 games. Well, okay, saying it won me games is kind of weird because I maybe still could have gotten to wins without it, but like this deck's biggest weakness is Iono. Like so many decks just like Iono, you kill your Fez and you just like kind of cry. But if you have like Bloodmoon already on board, like they kind of can't do that. Like if they're like punching you with, I don't know, like whatever. I mean, like sure they could do it with their own Bloodmoon, but just makes you have to have like less cards to win. Like you don't have to have Sada and a bunch of energies. Like you can just go boss or go CC and just win the game. What made me switch off control? I couldn't get it to be Dragapult, and I did not think that losing to Dragapult was the way to go this tournament. It worked out really well for me. I did amazing against Dragapult. I'm so smart. I'm the smartest person to ever touch this game. No, I didn't miss having Pal Pad. Like there's nothing in this list that like I felt like it needed. I feel like it was like pretty I feel like it was pretty spot on. Like I just kind of I didn't do the deck justice because I just wasn't good enough. Like it's just that simple. Yeah. The overall list feels good. If I were to run it back, like I would just take this 60 again. I feel like I had the we had the opportunity to do good, just did not convert. It's on the Limitless Labs. If you just go on like the tool tab on main Limitless, there should be like a labs thing on there, which is really cool because like before I did these like tournament run streams, it was like kind of hard to like talk about my opponent's list, but like now I can just be like, okay, round 1 I hit Poison Arch and like pull up their exact 60, which is like pretty sick. But yeah, I wasn't like going into the weekend, I didn't really know what to expect because like both felt fine. It felt good. I thought it was like an underrated deck. Well, it's kind of weird because like I felt like it was a good pick, but everyone's just like kind of writing it off. It's like it's Bolt. It's just Raging Bolt, bro. I feel like it was like kind of sneaky good, but I didn't really have like the games to like back up that that hunch, I guess. So, do I have a list you started from, or do I test a lot of cards? I had like a list that I ripped from somewhere that I just was like kind of tweaking on ladder, and then I actually queued into Christian Fontenot on his stream, and he was playing Bolt. So we played the Bolt mirror, and he was like, or I beat him, and I was in his chat afterwards, and he's like, and I said something about like I don't know what to play, and he's like, yo, you want to Sam 60 Bolt? And I guess the rest is history. So, yeah, we worked on the list throughout Friday, and yeah, we ended up with this like the last minute inclusions of Bloodmoon and Slither Wing and Counter Catcher were pretty heat. One card we took out last minute that I thought we were gonna miss was Superior Energy Retrieval, but the second stretcher is better than the SCR for sure. Did I know that this duel was an Alloutblitzle hater? The streets were saying that. How do walls do horrifically bad? The deck just sucks. Like, it's like only as good as like the amount of tech cards are in format, and this is like peak walls respecting season. You felt betrayed seeing on stream playing Bolt? Nah, man. The deck's it was funny though, because like everyone in the Discord was like keeping up with the run and stuff, and then it's like I hadn't told anyone when I was playing, so I knew as soon as I went on stream it was gonna be funny, because no one expected this deck to be what I was playing. Terrorbox did bad as well. I just don't think Terrorbox is that good. I've been saying this for a while. Terrorbox is overrated. Probably Mimipon you would have won. Okay, let me fact check this. No. But anyway, I think that's like kind of all I wanted to say about the list. There's really nothing I wanted to change about it. Like, I think for something that got cooked kind of last minute, we came to a pretty good conclusion. Some of the cards were just like pure theory, like Ursaluna, we had very few games on. Counter Catcher, I don't think either one of us had any games on. But I think the list was good. It was correct for Bolt for this tournament. So you saw you at ATL and it broke your heart, bro. Didn't realize it was that deep. Now I've said since the very beginning, when I was playing Pidge Control, I was playing the deck because I really enjoyed it, but also because it was really good. And it's not like I'm like a dedicated control player and I'm like I live and die by playing control. Like I will die with the ship. Like no, I played it because it was so good for so long, and it was just time to move on. It was just time. It's just the right time to move. And like we might come back. I'm not saying, I'm not ruling out a opportunity to come back to the Pidgeot, but it's just not the right call for this weekend. So yeah, I didn't really know what to think going into the weekend. Didn't have a ton of games with it. But the deck overall felt fine. Felt like it gave me a chance into most of everything, which is kind of what I wanted. Because it feels like Bolt is a bit more skill intensive this format, with like some of the board states you can create, forcing weird prize maps and whatnot. So yeah, I guess that gets into the actual tournament itself. I hit Poison Arch the first round. It pretty, I mean, has the Dialga as the cornerstone answer, which is pretty funny. It was like a relatively easy win. I'm like not sure how this matchup normally seems pretty fine because I have to bench like a 2-prizer to play the game. But my opponent like left Latias in the active spot turn 1, let me take the first 2, so it's just easy 2-2-2 after that. And then the second game, I think they did the same thing. Or maybe I was able to like prime and take the first 2. But either way, it was like a pretty easy dub. They like had that the game ended by them using Metal Defender to knock me out with the Perilous Jungle, so that they take 30. So I just push up Bloodmoon and hit them for no energies, and then they die to their own jungle poison damage, which I thought was really funny. What's your opinion on triple Luchin Pole? That seems excessive. The Dialga EX is a corner pawn answer. It like one-shots corner pawn with like poison and Mochi. It's control dead this season. Whoa. I don't play control for one tournament and it's dead. Like I just think it's in a bad spot right now. There's could be a list out there that just like beats stuff and it's good. Like over the stream match, no. I'm gonna go round by round, and then when we get to round 8, we can just, instead of talking about the round, just watch the stream game. Because then that'll be way cooler. But yeah, this is like a pretty easy dub. Like just take the first 2 prize 2-2-2. Don't need to do any like fancy prize map silliness, like forcing weird 1 prizes and stuff. It was just a relatively easy dub. Then the next round was annoying. So I was feeling fine after this first round. It was like a pretty easy win. Well, it kind of annoyed me. I had like very few IRL games with this deck, and I 2'd my opponent, and we still were really close to going to time. And I think like part of the appeal to Bolt is like you're not going to be going to time as much. You're playing a faster deck. But it kind of it sussed me out a little bit that we were so close to time. I see his Zul's reaction to my deck. It was gold. Yeah. So yeah, the next round hit the Bolt mirror, and yeah, they went second and hit the turn 1 2 prize knockout, which just shouldn't happen very often. They open like pretty much the nuts. But I also kind of misplayed. I think I should have retreated out of my Ogerpon into my Raging Bolt to make them need a 4th energy, which I don't think they would have gotten to. So that one was kind of on me. And then yeah, once they take the first 2, it's pretty much impossible to catch up again. And then game 2, I did something really stupid. I took the first 2 prizes like I'm supposed to do. I went first after all. I just go Noctowl for Prime, take the first 2. And they have to like take a Hoothoot and play Judge. And this Judge judged me into 4 Pokemon, which was very annoying. And I top decked Counter Catcher, so I have to pass. The good news is that they started the game taking that 1 prize kill, so I still basically have a free turn to do nothing. So they like knock out my 2 prize or whatever, and I top deck Crispin. I have Latias in play, Bloodmoon Ursaluna in my hands that I can just use to knock out their active because there are 3 prizes. And then I pretty much guarantee the win. Because I also could like play down my hand to Mew and stuff, I think. But I'm an absolute bot and did not bench my Bloodmoon Ursaluna before I played my Crispin. So I Crispin and cannot power up my attacker and lose on the spot. I got too excited after top taking Crispin. I did not bench my dude first. So, yes. Very stupid mistake. And, yeah. So that's like 2 right off the bat. Dumb mistake cost me game 1. I didn't retreat out of my guy. Very, very stupid mistake. Like, the stupidest of mistakes. Game 2. So that's like the start of where things go wrong. So yeah, we get packed up, and now I'm in my own head here because I'm like, crap, I have no games with this deck. I'm playing horrible. It's gonna be a long day, or I guess a short day, depending on how you look at things. Yeah, it was very, very frustrating, and I was like, I don't usually do that kind of stuff, so it just like tilted the heck out of me. But like that's the thing, you can't just let it's really hard because like you can't let the previous round stuff like affect your next round, but that's really easy to say and pretty hard to actually apply. So I was pretty happy that this round 3 was just pretty free. It was just a deck of all time. I don't really my opponent didn't take a whole prize card didn't take a prize card the entire set. I think it was just a Pokédad playing what he had. It's okay. So yeah, it was fine. It was fine. There's a lot wrong with this list, but that's okay. Well, the important part is my deck worked, and we won. It made me feel a little bit better. So that was cool. That was awesome. How do you win a game? Was it a no-show? I don't know. He beat Bolt the first round. Oh, Azul Meta Manip Bolt. Bro. No, I'm not looking at your deck dab. Okay, so after that, I hit Terrabox. 2-1, still mid-record. But get to Terrabox this round. And I'm drawing horrible. I'm pretty sure the game 1 I drew past 3 turns in a row. It was at least 2 turns. I think I went draw past the first turn, then they like knocked me out, and then I could like Sada, but I whiffed attack basically. They Clefairy and knocked me out. So they were at like 2 or 3 they'd taken 3 prizes, I want to say. And I was ready to scoop. Like down 3 prizes versus Terrabox feels pretty unwinnable. But then my opponent decided to put down Noctowl with no Terra in play. So I'm just like, maybe I should stick around. Maybe I should keep playing. So I did. I was able to like use my Bloodmoon, take some prizes. Their hand is pretty dead because of like the Noctowl misplay. I eventually got to the point where I owned them to 1, and they needed to have like Boss plus Bloodmoon to win or Pikachu. They did not get to either one of those things, so I won. And then basically a repeat of the first game happens. Where I'm draw passing for like 3 turns, I'm doing nothing, and it comes down to I like use Fan Rotom to kill Hoothoot, so I'm at like 5, and my opponent goes Torrential Pump. I'll knock out your active Fan Rotom and put 120 on your benched Ogerpon. GG. And that was not okay. I just forgot about the Terra effect. So I think like between the big game 1 misplay with Noctowl with no Terra down, And then forgetting about the Terra effect, because it wasn't just that he forgot about Terra on the bench Ogerpon, he also ultra away Fez and Ursaluna to get to that Noctowl, to get to the game winning pump. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like I knocked out his Ogerpon because I like top decked something good, and then he was just like so tilted from like all the misplays he just scooped. It was an interesting set. But yeah, it did not feel good. Like I was bricking and just got bailed out by my opponent's mistakes, which was kind of lucky. So like honestly the vibes are not very high right now. Like one win just total fake deck. This one felt like a scam. Poison Arch was just kind of just feels like an not real deck. And like the only opportunity I had to like play real games of Pokemon, I just like totally punted. So I mean it was 3-1. I couldn't really complain considering how little I had to do. But the vibes were not terribly high at this current moment. Then we got Goldengo Dunsparce this next round. I donked him game 1. He opened Gimme Ghoul, Cypher, pass, knocked it out. In game 2, I was able to do like a really cool play. I just like, okay, I want to show off this board state in the Dengo mashup because it's pretty cool. So like basically what you try to do against Dengo is you want your turn 2 board state to look something like this. Something like this. Obviously the more hoots the better. You go turn 2, Thunderburst Storm, knock out a single prizer. And then they're going to go Counter Catcher, KO your Ogerpon, and go to 4 prizes. And then you Thunderburst for another single prizer. And then they have to go to 3 because you would completely single prize board. And then you can just go Bolt, and win the game. I was able to execute that perfectly in that second game. Because for some reason, these Goldengo Dunsparce players like love going Evo into double Dunsparce and leaving like only like 2 gimmies on their board. So you go Thunderburst one of the gimmies and like required by law to bench another one. So they able to like relatively easily get the dub that set. I mean, got a donk though, so still didn't feel all that real, but yeah, it was cool, I guess. Saying ATL was a Mickey. I don't know about that, but it was something. So 4-1, pretty cool. Hit Terra Box after that. I won the coin flip, which was pretty sick. Their board state turn 1 was like Pikachu and all their little guys. I had the Prime Slither Wing knockout on Pikachu. And instead of it being like a relatively easy 2-2-2 the rest of the way, my opponent like tried to do this really weird thing where they gusted up my Ursaluna and hit it for 240 with Terapagos. And then use that to buy them time to get into Crown Opal. And I guess just assume I had no stretchers left to get back my Ursa and just Opal for game. But I just stretchered back my Ursa and won. So it's like a really weird line that they took. And I'm pretty sure I just like went 2-2-2 and beat them game 2. I don't remember anything special happening in that one. Am I winning NAC? Yeah. Bro Dab, I'm gonna time you out. I don't remember why they were not able to take the first 2. I think it was maybe because I opened Slither Wing and they couldn't get to the Wellspring for 2. I can't remember. Or no, I remember. I opened the nuts. I went second and I opened Sada, Vessel, Ultra Ball, Prime to take the first 2. I was just actually him. Yeah, that was this one. Yeah. I just had the turn 1 attack going second. The Bolt not a treacher line. Yeah, what was funny is like I had no Gus left. It's like a difficult call for my opponent to make because there was like 1 boss, 1 prime, and discard. And if they would have just gone Assault Landing to KO my Ursa, I couldn't have gusted and they would have won. But Yeah, it was interesting. That's for sure. So yeah, was a weird set. I don't think the matchup should be that good, but we got there. Ursaluna's a pretty good card. So after that, another Dango, and I'm able to like repeat the exact things I did in the last game. Again, I got like I think I went second, got turn 1 Fan Rotom attack, and then got like turn 2 Fan Rotom again into 2-2 for my last couple turns. And then game 2, I think a similar thing happened. Or they might have actually evoed into a Dango and put down the first 2 prizer. I can't remember. They either opened Fez or evoed into Dango and put down the first 2 prizer. So I was able to just go 2-2-2 and win it. I think they did have like some weird luck where they prized they prized both their stretchers, so they couldn't get to the Dunsparce CX. But I don't think it mattered. But yeah, if you ever can just like force the odd prize, you're just kind of cooking. Bro, Dab, you're getting timed out. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, the Rocky helmet popped up more than I expect. Like people like jumped off the punch right away and put the helmet in for the Pikas and the cornerstones and stuff. Yeah, I was like surprised how well the Dango games were going, because I was 4-0 in games versus Dango. I had not dropped a game since the Raging Bolt debacle. Since the Raging Bolt game, we were what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-0 in games. Somehow sitting at 6-1, despite the games feeling relatively light. Setting up a 6-1 game against another Goldango, which was coincidentally put on the stream. So I did actually know going into the round that Connor was on Dango, because someone told me like earlier in the day. It's kind of funny how it came up, but I knew Connor was on Dango. I didn't really know like any of the specifics about the list. I just knew that he was playing Dango. Yeah. I knew like going into this tournament I had a much better shot at being on stream because I like playing like a normal deck for once. But okay, yeah, let's just get into the stream game. I no spoilers. We'll just get into it. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna be real? Oh, it's gonna be so real. Huge. Was every Dango player done? I don't know. I think it's kind of mid, personally. Watch it live? You're my goat. Okay, so I don't think there's too much lore backstory to this. It's just Pult V. Feed Dango. I'm gonna try to do the exact tricks I described. Baby Bolt's good. So when I draw my opening hand and there's a Mew EX, I'm like pretty disappointed. I have to start the Mew, I'm pretty sure. It was Mew or Teal Mask. But I start the Mew, so it's easier to get into Ogerpon. Or into Fan Rotom and Ditto. Always pumped to show the immaculate flicks off on stream. I proudly have some of the best flicks in the game. Yeah, can we get these prize cards off the screen? They showed them forever. Okay. Here we go. So I get to go first. I don't remember if I think I won the flip. And my opening hand's like pretty good because I can get this Fan Rotom, get to the Ditto for the Teal Mask Ogerpon, and have some Noctowls and stuff ready for the next turn. I have Primes. I'm able to like instantly punish. Bro, why is my YouTube glitching out? I don't know what that's all about. Bro, I wanted to go min rarity. Min rarity felt correct. Like I feel like all like the average Bolt players, it's the random local Bolt bots, always have max rarity. So I had to stand out. My hand's kind of cracked. I think I have double owl. I have Jamming Tower to shut up the Evo. And like the casters are making it the Jamming Tower to like a huge deal. And like it's I don't think it's actually like as important as they were saying it was. Like, sure, not shutting off the Dunsparce Evo outs is nice, but like, I don't know. The game goes on. So yeah, I'm able to get the Ogerpon active thanks to the Ditto. Can get a Teal Dance in here. Can get an energy attachment to the Fan Rotom. Like, things are looking pretty good. The only unfortunate part is I have two prizers down, so I cannot do what I mentioned about going all single prize board at some points. So and we need to force the odd prize here. So we might have to resort to some trickery. But yeah, we're gonna try to make this work. So I could get the Teal Dance. I'm pretty sure I attached a Fan Rotom and put down Jamming Tower and then swing it over to Connor. The reaction in his Will chat seeing the Raging Bolt graphic was amazing. True. Billboard Energy U? No, they're clean. You're trolling. So I'm pretty sure he has like double buddy poffing, like pretty gas start for him. If it was you and Denga, you got cooked. Actually, kind of real. Yeah, insane start for Connor here. Got the double buddy poffing, but actually it's like not actually a whole lot else in the hand. Baffled by the graphic. You thought it had to be a mess up. Nah, man. Trust me, I wanted to play Pidgeot. I asked like 50 times over the course of the weekend, why aren't you playing Pidgeot? It's like, trust me, if I thought the deck gave me a chance to do decently, I'd play it. I just do not think the deck's very good. Yeah, Dangabolt's pretty gas. I think I kind of underrated it, to be honest. So they... Oh, I just watched back the Azul restream. Because I wanted to see if he thought I made any mistakes. Yeah, gotta make sure I'm playing right. So Connor just gets the Aaron running here, which is it's okay. Honestly, like Evo into two prizes is pretty bad, but I guess Evo into the Dunsparce would have been pretty lit. So now I think Dango v Bolt is pretty close. Maybe it's slight Dango favor, but not by much. Like you just put the ball in their court and like you make them have to have like stuff. So it thinks I'm perfect. That's crazy, Glaze. So we get the Teal Dance in here. My hand is crazy. Double Bolt, Noctowl, E-Vessel. But yeah, I think I go to establish the Baby Bolt here. Let's go to Azul just for the free Azul coaching. Yeah. That's why I went to Atlanta just so Azul would coach me. Trust. Oh yeah, the Azul restreams are crazy. I'm a big fan of the Azul restreams. So I'm just trying to get the baby Raging Bolt set up here, get energy on it. So I have some options after this Fan Rotom goes down or it gets gusted around. So I think I go for double Nest Ball here. So I have the Baby Bolt out and I also have like out to Fez or backup Terra. So Ogerpon goes down because I was really concerned about Connor going CC KO Ogerpon, and I have no out to trigger my next Noctowl. So I need to have another Pokemon search card. So just grab that. Get the Baby Bolt down. Have the Vessel to get energy on Baby Bolts. So yep, get some cards. That's awesome. Then, of course, have the Assault Landing knockout on the Gimme Ghoul. And then force Connor here to have, like, CC KO on one of the two prizers. But, yeah, to be fair, like, that's not super hard to get to. And would put the game in a pretty weird spot for me. Shuffling a lot, and that's crazy work. But, yeah, got a little the broken Baby Bolt, retreat back into the Fan Rotom. And bro, the tables are so slippery, man. I felt like my board was so uncapped, but trust, the board is slippery. The table is slippery. Whatever. English is hard. So really, it's just all on all on Connor here to take 2 prizes. If he doesn't, the game basically ends. If he does, the game is in a weird spot for me. He's in a pretty good spot to win. As if he'll be 19, kind of real. The runaway is Arvin and Stretcher. Some quality pieces. I'm bringing a green screen for the next interview so I can get Dora in there. That's actually kind of true. Alright, so just popping, getting the Dunsparce says the game is reestablished. I think he has like almost all the pieces in the hands. Like there's, I believe that there's a Dengo, there's an Arvin, or there's an Ultra Ball, which gets us to Dengo. So it's looking, yeah, a bunch of energies thanks to the Aaron running. So yeah, we are definitely getting knocked out here. It is pretty much a done deal. Kowalski guy seems like he knows what he's doing. Bro, shout out Kowalski, bro. And then I like Connor does something I think pretty weird here. I'm pretty sure he plays Arvin before coin bonus and thins out counter catcher. And I assume he did this because he prized eSearch Pro. That's what I thought he did in the moment. He prized eSearch Pro, so he just wanted to thin to try to draw energies. That was my assumption. But then I asked him after the game, he did not prize eSearch Pro, so we were doing a little bit of trolling. We should not have thinned desirable draws out of our deck, but that's okay. We're thinking about sealing for Raging Bolt in this current meta state. I'll talk about that some like more in depth later, but I think it's in an okay spot. Don't like love to see all these Flareons doing decently. Okay, so yeah, coin bonus after the Arvin was kind of goofy. But we have the CC KO on the Mew. I think we don't have quite enough energy to reach this Ogerpon, which is nice. It lets me conserve this Nest Ball. But importantly, Connor gets to take the first 2 prize knockout, which puts me in an awkward spot because I need to force out odd prize, and I can't do that. I mean, if I just punch with Bolt, I lose the game. So I have to resort to some trickery, because even if I just go like Baby Bolt snipe into this active, like there's just so much draw on the board. There's a pretty decent chance Connor gets to boss on all the energies, so have to do some silly stuff. So gonna Teal Dance. Pretty sure there's a Sada in the hand. Have the other bolts. Yeah, just making sure I have the right energies in my discard pile. So I have to retrieve first. Come on, retrieve your Pokemon. Quit slow playing, you. Okay, come on. Bro, you're slow playing so hard. Play the game. No, do not save the Nest Ball. Come on. Retreat your. Thank you, buddy. Bend your Bolt. Play your Sada, please. Come on. Thank you. Alright, so trying to get to this Thunderbird Storm while gusting up one of these bench Pokemon. So you can force Connor to have like Energy, Dango, and the boss, or switch plus boss energy is like trying to make him have as much as possible, because like we just play this straight up, we are going to lose. So gonna get the catcher, the area 0 to unlock a little more bench space. Yeah, so like this Nest Ball grab from a couple turns ago, looking pretty good now. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I was slow playing on stream. I'm such a horrible person. So can get this gimme in the active spot, just limit the draw power, force Connor to have as many pieces as possible. And one thing that the Zul mentioned was like, why did I bench the Bolt here? But like it doesn't matter. Like if I just have the Teal mask down and Connor Gus and goes to 2, I can't win. or I can't win with single prizers, because I could go Baby Bolt kill, go to 3, kills the Baby Bolt, goes to 1, game ends. So any additional 2 prizers bench here just does not matter whatsoever. So I go for the Dunsparce just to limit total draw. Like if I'm killing that bench gimme, only +1 card draw, but the Dunsparce is +3, and I don't care. I just need him to whiff. I don't care if he's 4 dangles on board. I just need there not to be a 2 prize knockout, so just need as many prize cards gone as possible. And I think he didn't know Fez was prize, because we're taking a pretty good look here to try to find it. It is not in here, so we have to go for Monkey, I believe. Bolt control. True. Some bolt control gameplay. Happy Terrabox and appear in top cut. Terrabox is pretty cringe. I'm happy it's not appear in cut. So yeah, just thinning out the monkey. Always sad when 2 goats have to play each other. That's kind of real. So yeah, big turn for Connor here, because if there's a gust and a knockout, the game essentially ends. So I feel like it's a solid sign, starting with the coin bonus for 1. Terrapagos box is better than Terrabox? Yeah. For some reason that was hard for me to say. You should have gone up for double prize bounty. You're not doing the 4-2 bench up. The 5-1 is ugly. Bro, no. 5-1 feels correct. Keeping it symmetrical is crazy. No, I'd usually go 4-4 when I was playing. Or I'd sometimes do 6-2. Or I'd sometimes do 5-3. It just kind of depends on the vibes, you know? I think I did 7-1 once as well. So as soon as the cipher hit the board, pretty much knew that the game was won. There's no way to gust. My hand is stacked. Game pretty much ends here. And Connor does something pretty silly. Attacks with the baby dango, thinking that it would knock me out. But it does not work that way. And even if it did, I'm still just winning. the game is still over. I have Prime Sig 2, and it is packed. 7-1 is crazy work. No. So yeah, I think he realized that it does not do enough damage. Like right about here, and like this is bad. So yes. The game's pretty much over. I have Prime. I have Sada. Pretty much everything. Or I have Sada, I have Crispin. I think I play Crispin. My hand's crazy. I have Boss too. I'm just making sure I have energies. I'm not like doing something silly like playing Crispin with not the right cards in my deck. So get the Ultra Ball. Just checking to make sure like it's such a good spot here. It would be really sad to just like punt it doing something stupid. So playing carefully, eyeing up the Crispin energies. Get into the Crispin, just making sure I want to be able to grab a grass here so I can Teal Dance. So just making sure I grab the other correct energy and don't misattach. So get the fighting because I have the lightning in the hand. And the game's pretty much over. Like I think I have a backup Bolt. I have the Sada. I think I have yeah, the other Hoothoot. It's over. My other Noctowl is prized, but I at least can just like bench the Hoothoot to make it so if he bounces my stadium, I get Stretcher as outs. So prime up the Dango and he just concedes. So yeah, that was a weird opening. We kind of needed to do some silly stuff to get the odd prize there. I mean, the odd prize technically never came, but it should have, I guess. So nice game 1 win. Felt pretty good about that. I feel like I played that pretty well. certainly better than my last game one that I played on stream. So, let's fast forward through all the recap and all that stuff. Don't need to hear about that. All right. Your energy clears all the other energy, by the way. No. So Sun and Moon felt correct. It felt like it fit the min rarity vibe pretty well. Getting those prize cards laid out. Broken. Testing page, but couldn't you figure out the Pult matchup? I mean, I tried Clefairy stuff. Nothing really worked. What are you talking about between games? I think we talked about. I mentioned. I asked if Energy Stretcher Pro was prized because he did that weird counter catcher Arvin sequence thingy. What else? You might ask me where I was from. I don't remember. I think about Chow's deck. Pretty broken. So yeah, start with the fat Hoothoot, which is not the best. Bro, what was so funny about this was, so I do this and I grab the Ditto because I need Ultra Ball fodder. And Ethan on the stream was like, I think he does not realize that he can't use Ditto. And I was like, bro, you think I've gotten to 6-1 not realizing the retreat cost on my Hoothoot? Like, come on, bro. Made me grr. Why should I hate yellow borders? I don't know, man. They're out here saying wild stuff about yellow borders. Another pretty, like, this is a much cleaner start for me because I don't have the other two prizes in play. I can do the exact line I described earlier of baby bolts with only the 1-2 prize in play and try to force the odd prize. Get all shuffled up. Teal dance. Using the coins, of course, because I'm not a. I use ability markers. I'm not a menace like some other people. So Ultra Ball is a bit awkward. I think I drew the stretcher, which like didn't feel good, but it's fine. We'll story the bolt, the stretcher. I have to get to the baby bolt. I have to get energy on it, otherwise things get weird. I guess I technically could have not gone for this and just gone for Fan Rotom, but then that like kind of forces me to gust to take my other one prize, which feels a bit awkward to do. No, this you need to play an 80, I think. Otherwise, like end games versus Pults are too weird. But I don't think I'd play any more 80s because starting them is like actually really annoying. Like Ditto is so important in a lot of matchups. Like Ditto to get Baby Bolt active. But I pretty much like as good of a first turn as you can ask for. Like get the Teal Mask down, have the Noctowls in hand, get the attachment to the Baby Bolts. And Connor can actually Evo this game. And I'm wondering, like, if the Jamming Tower, like, if I had not put down the Jamming Tower the first game, would he have made the mistake of Evoing into Dengo game 1 and then learned from it and not made it game 2? But I guess that never happened, so we don't have to worry about that. This is, like, probably Connor's worst mistake of the whole entire set. You're, like, not allowed Dementia 2 Prizer at all in this matchup. Or you can be the one to bench the first 2 prizes on the first turn. It's just way too easy for me to convert that to 2 prizes. You know I have an Noctowl in hand. Like that is prime Crispin. I ult away a bolt, so you could reasonably read that I have another bolt or out to it in my hand. No, it wasn't my Melodic EX. It was like different Clefairy cheese shenanigans. None of it worked. And Clefairy, or Melodic is horrible now that all these things are on Ursaluna. So yeah, we see Evo into the Goldengo EX, which I honestly couldn't believe. It felt almost too good to be true. So go for this Noctowl play, and the one thing I'm a bit concerned about is it leaves my hand a little shaky for the future turns. So I'm trying to, like, I normally wouldn't check cards like Ultra Ball or like random little consistency cards like Ultra Ball and Nest Ball in my prizes, but I really wanted to count them here, just like kind of judge my probability of like if I go for this prime Crispin play, which feels pretty high value, like what are the odds that I draw something that keeps my hands moving? And I think I have like Vessel, Energy, Ultra Ball, and like a Nest Ball prize, I think. So like I have really good odds of seeing some kind of outs to see more cards. So it felt pretty safe to just go for this Bolt knockout. Get, yeah, Crispin, Stretcher, and yeah, dude, the table is so slippery. It's like so hard to slide the cards under your other cards. That's like my biggest beef with playing on stream. Like the white noise wasn't even that bad this time. Like honestly, like I feel like it helped me focus. But yeah, I don't know. We get the bro. So I fumbled the baby bowl. I'm so cringe. And I unprized the Ultra Ball. Like perfectly calculated. Checked the prize cards, knew what was in there, pulled what we wanted. I am the GOAT. So now we should just be kind of chilling now. I think Connor's hand's kind of terrible too, which I guess may have been reason to Evo into the Dango. Still think we probably should have seen the second Dunsparce hit the board, not just hand me Prime for game. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not complaining. So getting the energies, thinning out the deck, trying to get to. It's weird because like, we're thinning out the energies because like we need to see other cards, but also like we need to see enough energies, so that we can be able to take two. I guess we just are planning on drawing the Eastern Pro and finding all the energies, I guess. So there's the runaway. Draw. Yeah, Arven's pretty good. Fez being prized again is pretty unfortunate, I guess. Like we can, I guess even if Fez wasn't prized, what do we do? Like we get Arven for Nest Ball. We still need so many pieces. I just feel like a pretty doomed position for Connor. Like we just have to like go for the Dango here and just like hope that we just draw the nuts. Or just hope that I don't have it. I don't know. Get some more dudes down. I think we're gonna see Arven for Stretcher. Yeah. Judges obviously checking PC. For sure. For sure. For whoever it was that like said in his rules chat that I flick my cards to simulate mouse clicks, that was awesome comment. I'm very proud of my flicking. I'm like crazy fidgety. The hand overlay or the bench overlay kind of blocks it, man. It's a little disappointing. It is so peak, and they just like block it like that. I mean, next time I get on stream, I need to make a point to have my hand farther up, so I can show off my immaculate flicks. I think we have enough energies in hand to kill the Bolt, I think, but I think Connor's just realizing that if play this game straight up, we're not winning. I'm pretty sure there's Lightning and Grass there at the back of the hand. Like we could have KO'd the active Bolt, but it's just making the call that like if there's a Noctowl in play, he just has everything. I need to get him to whiff, which I think is pretty decent call to be honest. But I have Sada. I have all the cards. Watch game 3 of the finals. Okay, I could do that honestly. We'll see where we're at in the stream. I didn't actually ever watch it because I was at the airport and my phone died. But yeah, this game is pretty much wrapped up. Like we have the feds. Like that's like why I was like, do I even want to VOD review this set? Because like it didn't feel that interesting. Like Connor didn't draw especially hot. Made a few mistakes. My deck just kind of worked. But the people wanted it, so I had to come out here and provide it. Yeah. Like I think I draw Earthen Vessel Retrieval. Like my hand is just it's just OP. I have all the cards. Yeah, have the retrieval, can get to the Teal dance, the Sada. I don't even need like Vessel for lightning. I have both lightnings in my hand, bro. This deck's so broken. I think this was like a pretty convincing showing for Raging Bolt. The deck looks pretty good. Watch the whole finals. I don't know if I want to see all those Badoo wars. I watched game 1 in the Uber over to the airport, but then when I was yeah, then my phone died. So I could not watch anymore. It was extremely sad. I just found the Easter's Pro, but like it's just too little too late. I'm not even sure if Connor played in Iono, or like we can't really even use it with this. Like that's the like kind of annoying part about Dango is like there are windows where you have to Iono, but then at the same time like it's just so hard to have the pieces after you play Iono, and no Fez. Or if you Iono a 2 off of the next gear, I still have like a 3 turn to find game. I think that's the thing. If you Iono a 2 here, he's most likely not knocking me out. So I have like 2 or 3 turns to win, which just like seems very realistic. It probably was. It was definitely the better call than what we did here, because you're basically like giving me guaranteed win by killing active. But still didn't seem all that real. Thought you were memeing when you said I decided to play Bolt. Bolt was broken. You go have a more quick limitless page than me. But my limitless page is peak. It's actually not. It's actually kind of cringe. Not gonna lie. Is that Bob Z playing Bolt? True. Connor does not look very happy. I mean, there's not really a whole lot you can do. Like even the Iono just feels pretty fake. Can ult fall for another Dango. Like I don't know. Not too much we can do. Do you see there wasn't a single break control deck at the event at all? That's not true. They're just put in other. Like there are people playing the list from. I probably shouldn't say that. Yeah, there are people playing lists. They're just put into other. Was a barricade between? What did you do, bro? There's nothing, bro. Bro called my limitless page cooked. That's crazy. Yeah, there was one under other, but he just passed. He doesn't even knock me out. So we're gonna get there. Sadly, bro scooped before I could win it. I didn't get Spelling Thunder. I knocked the coins over. I was so hyped. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm very happy. As you can see in the picture. Big smiles from me. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I feel like there wasn't really a ton to learn from that set. Like kind of just like a flow chart. Just trying to, but I guess that's just Raging Bolt. Just 2-2-2. If you start out on odd, you have to force your odd prize of your own, which we were able to do that second game. But yeah, I was happy to like win on stream because I felt really bad that I lost to Henry in that top 4 and played pretty poorly. So I was happy to like play a pretty clean set of poke, and yeah, just put together like actually a good stream game. But yeah, I was so happy. Like, honestly, that was profile picture material right there. Not gonna lie. I may have to change it. Not gonna lie. Very happy me. But anyway, so I had another round left in day one. Let me actually. Yes. Hooray. Oh, if I think Dorian interview. Oh shoot, you're right. No, I gotta shout out all our mom. Raging Bolt and analysis. So true. I gotta shout out my mom, which was pretty huge. Mom is my goat for real. But yeah, the last round to end the day was really interesting. Was Terrapigo's Bouffalance. And bro, chat was going crazy. That is an insane line, bro. That's crazy. Bro, all that Riz was locked in. So yeah, we hit last in day one, Terrapigo's Bouffalance. I did something really stupid the first game. I thought I had like Crispin Bolt knockout, but I like prized 2 lightning, I think. And my other one was attached already, so I just couldn't get to the KO because I attached the wrong energy. So I saw 2 prizes down, but I somehow end up scamming the game with Iono plus Bloodmoon. Game 2, he takes the first 2 prizes. I get packed. And game 3 was really sick. Honestly, I wish that this last round was on stream, because this game 3 was, I think, one of the cleanest games of poke I played in my life. It's really hard to describe because it just became like a really interesting, weird game. I managed to like hit the turn 2 prime knockout on his Terrapagos, but I had to like kind of gamble for it. Like you need to take the first 2 to win. I was like an energy short, so I had to go like play it on my hand, play the prime, restart for 2, then play Sada. On the very last card, am I drawing them one at a time? On the very last card off the Sada was the fighting energy I needed to take the knockouts. What was pretty funny is like I had I vesseled to start my turn, and I can choose between lightning or fighting. It doesn't matter because either like equal probability to draw, and I choose to grab lightning. And then the first card I see after restart was lightning energy, so like I was like kind of tilted. I was like, bro, I just grabbed the wrong energy. But took the first 2, and then I think that kind of sent my opponent on tilt, because then he on the next turn knocked out the Terra down, and the game kind of spiraled after that. But like the weird part for me is I had to like Ultra Ball 2 Sadas to get to the Mew play, so I was like pretty low on resources. But since he could not take 2, so we had the Noctowl Blunder, it gave me time to motivate to my Mew EX, so my Mew could respond kill the Clefairy. So we had like the line of like Raging Bolt for 2, Mew copy Clefairy take 2 because of the motivate angle, and then Bloodmoon for game. But it didn't actually quite work out like that. He like set up a Fan Rotom and punched my Squawkabilly, I think, or something like that. And since I motivated into the Fan Rotom, I was able to then go into Noctowl and Speedwing, kill the Fan Rotom to force him to go to odd. So then I had Speedwing KO Fan Rotom. Pretty sure he goes boss take 2. Then I go boss Myriad Leaf Shower, kill a Hoothoot. So I'm using like all the weird attacks. I've used Motivate, Myriad Leaf Shower, and Speedwing all in the same game, and I'm winning. And then it comes down to he plays Iono. I don't think I draw what I need immediately, but I Fez and draw Night Stretcher Nest Ball to get to the Bloodmoon to win the game, which felt really satisfying. Like, I think I played my cards pretty well that game, and I had to use some unorthodox attackers to get there, but we did it. But that is unfortunately where the winning stops. But like, yeah, we were 8-1. It was awesome. The vibes were high. I was like the only bull at top tables. Everyone was playing pole, which is a match I felt good about. But I had to like get ready to learn Dragon Ball. The guy's big yapping in a stream interview too. He's a pretty big yapper, but in a good way. Hunter's the OG. Everybody is Jay Gearhart. I don't want. Okay, so I talked about the second round, and that was like a game where I played horrible and I lost. But I played pretty cleanly all these other games. Cause I've read that like misplay versus Tropicus. I feel like I played pretty well the rest of the day. So I see him. I'm playing against Gearhart. I know I don't have any beef with Jake. He is nice. We talked a little bit before. It was chill. How much testing did I do? Not much on Raging Bolt. So I didn't really know what to expect in the Polt Dusk matchup. I hadn't really played very many games with it. I had heard that Jake thought the matchup was free. I didn't know why he thought that. I thought it maybe was because he was playing Klefki like he had in the Tournament of Doomless, but it turns out he was saying that because of Ursaluna. And yeah, Baby Raging Bolt's a huge player in this matchup, so I can like snipe these cloaks, keep them out of their energy attachments, make it as hard as possible for them to ever get to Dragon Ball. Because basically the matchup is really rough if they can swing at 4 prizes. If they can go swing with Polt at 4, it's like easy for them to like, set up like a 4 prize turn the next turn and win the game. But if you ever take the first 3, the game essentially ends. So the first game was, I don't really remember the first game that good. I think he like stamped me and I whiffed for like several turns and I eventually lost. But also I'm pretty sure I made a slight mistake where I could have benched an extra like Raging Bolt or something and then Jamming Tower and bounce all my single prizers from play and made it so he couldn't win the game. I don't know if it would have changed the outcome because my board state was pretty weak and I could have got Iono'd, but it's still definitely a mistake. So the second game, in the first game I prized Baby Bolt, so I just couldn't even get to that, so it was just a kind of scuff from the beginning. I just like used Fan Rotom, which is just way worse. And then the second game, Jake just drew pretty slow. I'm pretty sure I was able to like kill like a lone cloak, got really far ahead. And then the third game, I got off to a lead, I'm pretty sure. But I got kind of tripped up by a Stamp Badoo. I started using Speedwing there for a minute and took a prize or 2 with Speedwing. And then it came down to Jake used like Dusknoir to clear Hoothoot, Polt to go down to 1 prize. And I had 1 Noctowl and played at 60 on it and in all 2 prizes down. So my play had to be Iono to 1, Bolt KO active, Dragon Bolt, go down to 1 prize myself, and pray he could not find Bloodmoon or Dragon Bolt attack for game. But I made a critical mistake. I had like an extra Jewel Seeker, basically, and I did not grab my Jamming Tower to bounce my single prizers, giving him Polt for game. And if I would have grabbed the Jamming Tower, he would have had to find Bloodmoon for game, which would have been a little bit trickier. Because he was like thinking about benching the Bloodmoon, but decided not to for like no reason, basically. Yeah, Stamp is really annoying. So I played the Iono to 1, kill the active, pushes a cloak, draws recons again, and drops Pulp Fire Energy, which just hurts so bad. Like, because I knew I messed up immediately, and I would have he would have Iono'd me to 1, and I like drew out my cards like I would have, and I had the game. I had like between the restart and the Iono cards, I would have won. So that one hurt a lot, because you just can't do silly things like that. So yeah, loss. Opened the day with a loss, but that one really hurt because it felt like that one should have been a win. And no, it definitely should have been a win. Like I prized Baby Bolt games 1 and 3, and was unable to use it game 2, which was just like kind of annoying. But like, yeah, still can't really complain about the bad looks. I just totally tossed game 3. I think the meta will shift in result of this event. I mean, I think just Polt and Guardy are just really broken decks, and I think a lot of the more jank stuff gets sort of pushed out of the format. No, Noctowls are better. I don't think you can play this deck without the owls. So this sets up round 11 versus Rowan. I don't know how I want to talk about this one. How do we do this? Because we tied. Obviously a horrible outcome. Knocks us both out of the tournament. Or both knocks us both out of top 8 contention. Now I'm not tilted. This round has an interesting story. I don't know if I should tell it. I don't know what the correct line is here. I've said it too much. You wouldn't say it. I don't know, man. I'm not out here trying to start stuff, you know. All right, I'll give the short version. Game 1, I get Badoo stamped. Don't draw anything. I lose. Game 2, Baby Bolt packed him up. But also, so then sets up game 3. I feel like he should have scooped game 2 way earlier. But so we had basically no time for game 3. It's a really long game 2. So yeah, we only had like 3 minutes or something. I want to say he plays his first turn. I was a solid turn one, like 3 Dreepies and a Badoo. I'd play Squawk, draw my cards, whip the turn when Baby Bolt attacks. Somehow I whipped like an energy. It was really annoying. He goes, sets up a cloak, and oh yeah, all this in we have a gentleman's agreement on board state. He does like 1 cloak, pass over to me. I Baby Bolt snipe his only cloak, and but he is that is his first turn of time. He set up that 1 cloak on his first turn of time. So he was turn 0, turn 1. I sniped that 1 cloak. He is turn 2, and he plays unfair stamp. I don't draw an energy. His board state is not especially good. My board state is not especially good. We just couldn't come to an agreement on who was going to win the game. I don't think either side was particularly happy that we couldn't come to an agreement. And yeah, we tied. Definitely, yeah. One of it was just an interesting experience, but was pretty frustrating to tie there. But I felt like there wasn't really a whole lot I could do. Just long games, but is what it is. Still could. I think if won the last 2, could still make top 16, get some cash. So not totally. Yeah, it's still fine. We're still gaming. I hit another Goldengo, and this was really strange. Like all the Klefkis, the Saraledge, the Pidgeots, and I drew really bad game 1. it kind of annoyed me that my opponent went for the turn 1 Evo and put down Dengos, which I should be able to like punish that and set up like pretty much guaranteed win. But my hand just sucked, so I couldn't do that. I like played Iono because he like Arven for CC turn 1, so I assumed his hand was cracked. And he draws Boss Research Pro after a couple of coin bonuses to take the first 2 prizes, and I still had a window to come back in the game, but I fried my Slither Wing, so I couldn't go chase Fez, and I also just think I made a misplay and didn't like load up my Baby Bolt correctly to like eventually one-shot a Fez. So I lost that game. Game 2, he does the same thing, Evo's into Goldango, but this time I have the hand to punish. Prime KO Dango, and pretty much wraps up the game there. So going into game 3, he chooses second still, and gets off to a really slow start, but it's like really awkward because like I don't want to be the first to put on the first 2 prizes. I'm not sure, like he's just sitting there draw passing with gimmies in play, and I'm unsure if his hand actually sucks or he's just like just waiting for me to put on the first 2 prizes. So, like I can't draw energies to save my life to take the first 2 prizes, so I'm just sitting there. We like draw past for like 3 or 4 straight turns before he finally benches Pidgey, like Ultra Balls for Pidgey. So at that point, I figured his hand was just gas, and he was just sitting there waiting. So I go Baby Bolt snipe the Pidgey, and I think he whiffs knockouts. So then, or just mind bends my Baby Bolt. So I go Bolt KO Monkey, take the first 2. We are feeling great. Then yeah, I don't even think took 2 prizes. Maybe he did. I don't remember. I think he did take 2. I took 2 back, so it was 2-4. And time was close to being called, but we had a gentleman's on board state, so I wasn't really worried about tie situation because I felt like I was in a really strong spot. And he correctly realizes that he can't win this game by just going 2-2-2, and counter catchers and KOs my Hoothoots to go to 3. So I have 2 turns to set up win. And my deck is like 15 cards. I have 3 Sadas in deck, 3 Vessels, 2 Grass, 2 Stretchers. Like my deck is loaded with outs. I have like several Teal dances. I'm like, there's like no way I whiff, right? So I draw, I Teal dance, dead card, Teal dance again, dead card. So I Baby Bolt poke the active for 60 to set up the Bloodmoon for game. All is chill, right? He turros correctly to play around the Ursaluna, punches me again. So putting me in immediate need of a top deck to stay alive, which is scary, but I'm also like not too afraid because my deck is almost all entirely outs. Draw for my turn, and it was like a Nest Ball or a Mew EX or something, like a complete dead card, and I was kind of just stunned. Like I just had to sit there. Like that one hurt. Like I don't know. I just felt like I did everything right, and my deck just gave up. And I think I looked away my own Fez, turn 1, and I would have held on to that the whole game, I probably could have gotten there. So like I can't say it was bad luck because like I made pretty like a seemingly minor mistake turn 1, an innocent play turn 1 ended up being a throw later in the game, but like it doesn't make it not hurt. Like I kind of like, I don't know, you get off to like a really hot start at like 8-1, you're feeling like you actually have a chance to like win the event. The day starts off slow, and then like I don't know, it just really hits you like that loss that knocks you out of cash. It just hurts so bad. And it like I think it wouldn't hurt as bad if I felt like it was luck. But like I knew that, like every single game that I lost, like I lost to Bolt because I threw. I lost to Gearheart because I threw. I mean, yeah, and I lost to Goldango because I played bad. Like every single game that I lost, I felt like I could have done something better. And like that really hurts. Like you just sit there and just realize that, like you're just not good enough. Like I just had like I'm like I'm just not I'm just not that guy. And I don't know. Like I don't know. It hurts. Like I just still not good enough. So I was pretty down. But yeah, have to go on and get into the next rounds, and it was another pull dusk. Game one, I'm pretty sure I just got stamped Badooed out of the game. I don't remember what I did, but I'm pretty sure there was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I fan ridden for a Hoothoot, and I got the wrong Hoothoot. I didn't go for the 80, and it ended up costing me later. So lost the game one, packed him up game two because I drew out of stamp. Game three, I think I should have just made a better read. He like Brock scouting, then grabbed Fez turn one. I think I should have just read that as his hand was pretty weak, and he was like playing around my Baby Bolt. But I ended up playing Baby Bolt to kill the Badoo. He plays Stamp, has Fez, like ends up getting a pretty well established board. And I believe if I would have just sat there for an extra turn, not killed something, like just Baby Bolted a Dreepy for 60, I wouldn't have gotten stamped. I would have had another turn to like have a more established board, and then I also could have started sniping cloaks, and then I wouldn't have been as hurt by the stamp Badoo play, because I could have just gotten Attach Retreat out of the owl and sniped again. So that whole play kind of set me back pretty far. I think also off the stamp he drew like Candy Pole CC, which was like pretty, which yeah, was annoying. But I think I still had like a pretty real chance to win. I just needed to like flip, and like I had a bunch of cards to draw and still I had a bunch of cards to draw to find a pull or trying to bolt KO to like go down to 2 prizes when he was at 3 or 4. And unfortunately I whiffed, so that effectively ended my tournament. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. how I don't know how to cope with making such silly mistakes. Drives me. I mean, like with this, I feel like it's a little more. I don't even want to use it as an excuse. Like I could be like, I just picked up this deck Friday. I was inexperienced. That's why I did bad. Like that's not really an excuse. Like I should have just had a better prep process for this tournament. Then I wouldn't have felt inexperienced, and I wouldn't have made as many mistakes, right? Like if like it, there's always something you can fix. Always something you could do better. If you feel like your losers were to misplays when you say the deck performed really well for the day. Yeah, like that's what I like the conclusion I kind of reached after the tournament. Like Christian and I played this 60. All my losses I felt like were on me, not on the deck. I'm pretty sure like let me find Christian's run. I mean he hit Frost last Monkey, which is a pretty atrocious matchup. And I think his other loss he said he kind of tossed. But yeah, I think there was a chance to go deep for sure. Just I mean, I don't know. The deck was good for sure. That's what like annoys me a little bit is that like I don't know why but people like I guess thought that I regretted playing Bolt because I didn't do very good or didn't do as good as I expected, but like I'm not really I wasn't like upset with the deck. I feel like the deck was a good play for the tournaments. I feel like the list was really good. I just was disappointed in myself, honestly. Like I know I'm capable of playing better than how I did, and that hurts. Like I think Bolt's a fine meta call. I definitely overestimated the Bolt matchup. I would say, but it's still a okay matchup. But yeah, like the deck's weird because it doesn't really have like, I don't think it has like very many convincingly great matchups that are like a selling point to play the deck. You just keep a lot of decks honest. Like you just punch them in the face immediately and just like make them have to have the answers. And it's like some of these decks like that just wins you games. Like you baby bolt on 2 and they just can't do anything. So like that's pretty cool. Like I think I haven't like played meaningful games into this Guardy deck. But I feel like you could probably just like baby bolt them early, and that would be pretty awkward for them. Like you make them have to get to Candy Guardy pretty quick, but also there's like just Badoo shenanigans. So yeah, deck was cool. I wouldn't really change anything. If I were to run the tournament back, get a chance to play it all over, I would 100% play the same lists. No regrets on my deck whatsoever. Just more so tells me that have to be better. Like, think you're pretty good at the game? You're not. Saw me play against Rowan. That's pretty real. Yeah, I don't really have a lot else to say about the run. Just that, like, I don't really know what my expectations should have been. Oh, what's the deck above me? Oh, like Frostlass, Spathra. I think like the main part I was proud of about this run, I think was like I think James from a year ago would have had a deck he really liked, and just even if it wasn't a good play, he would have been so attached to the deck that he would have sent it anyway. So I was proud of myself for switching. And even though I didn't do as good as I know I was capable of, I'm glad that I switched decks and proved that I could do it. And it wasn't just like, oh, I played Pidgeot and did mid because I like refused to put the deck down. But yeah, I know it feels kind of weird to say like, oh, top 256, 841 record, win on stream. That's disappointing, but I feel like with like it's to get like an 8-1 start, you expect so much more. You hope to at least be cashing. Like I need to go 2-2 to cash. It wasn't even really close to that. Like, yeah, just wanted more basically. It's all right. Like just, I mean, I guess I like blocked up my Worlds invite for I don't know, but like Worlds like never really like a big goal for me. Like I don't know. I just my goal is always just like keep getting better. Like feel like I left the tournament with I gained something. I was better than my last run. And in some ways I feel like this run was kind of scuffed from the beginning with like the last minute deck choice. And yeah, all that came with that. But also at the same time, even though my prep was a lot worse, or a lot yeah, just not as good as I'd like it to be, I'm so happy that I didn't just go down with the ship and still played a pretty good deck despite it not being maybe like my favorite thing to play. That you thought you played great and had a pretty good placement. Everyone could always do better, like you said. There's why we're tossing to the top 3 2 game after the gentleman. And no problem. Your deck's pretty funny. It's funny deck. The 3 keys, the 1/1 Pidge, the Sarah Lynch. Is there a chance we see the return of Knackley? Knackley doesn't really seem that good right now. I mean, it's like decent against Gardevoir. I don't know. I just don't think most of these Owl decks are that good. like control just loses to Bolt, so. But it kind of like hurt me a little bit when like I said something in like Premiscoli's comments about how like oh yeah, I didn't play control because I didn't want to fold to pull, and then bro was like, oh, you lost all the pulls you hit, bro. And I was like, that hurt. Because it is true. But dang, I could have done better. It's okay. I check the senior standings? I can. Seniors is so funny, man. Seniors is not real at all, bro. We get Bonk at 10th place is crazy work. What was the reason for not playing Pulse? I didn't feel confident that I could outplay better Pult players. Like, if I hit Drick round 9 or something, I just felt like I'd be getting packed up. And I had a better shot of winning by playing something different, which I don't know if that was the best logic, but that's what I went with. Yeah, Conk got 10th in seniors. Seniors is fake. I think like also look at this poll list, bro. Quad Grabber Eerie. Nah, bro. Seniors is just not real. Grabber poll. Yeah, Henry's deck was pretty cool. Like there was like one point where like all the guardians were doing well. I think like Bradner was 6-0, Henry was 6-0, Michael Davidson was 6-0, I think. Like all the guardians were at top tables. Like it's pretty insane. Broken deck. But yeah, it's currently Dragapult's world right now. Like Pult is just so good. Like I don't like what deck even like okay, Gardevoir probably has the best Pult matchup, but it's still like not even like that good. And this is like not perfect because including like day one numbers, like yeah, but it's still like there's nothing that it's even like including like people day one maybe not the best at the deck are tossing. Like there's like nothing that's like below 40%. It's kind of insane. You actually farm belly bolts. Yeah, deck's pretty good. So yeah, I think this meta is gonna kind of centralize around Dragapult. They're like people were trying to make these janky Noctowl decks work, but they just get packed up by CC, Badoo, Stamp, all that fun stuff. So that's gonna be really interesting because I think if the meta like there could be like a window for some really cheesy stuff to do good. Like we kind of saw that at the end of last format, like the Greninja Power Glass deck started doing really good, just like exploiting like one hole in the meta basically. So if the same thing kind of happens now, where it's just like Pult, Guardy, Dango, maybe like one or two other decks are like real, and everything else is kind of fake. If you have a deck that's like pretty good in like 3 or 4 out of those 5, there's a chance you could just go like strictly anti-meta and maybe be able to succeed. It was Dragapult list from the senior division of rank 84th. I find that hard to believe. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say about the tournament itself. What I think that deck may be, I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out because I feel like Pult is just a really hard deck to beat. Like it just doesn't have very many weaknesses to exploits. Like that's the thing, if it exists. Pult is just such a resilient deck. Oh, I guess we could have the whole Badoo ban conversation because that was kind of going around on Twitter a little bit. And I don't really know how I feel about it. Because, I mean, Pokemon, like, never bans cards. Like, they just don't do that. But I think Badoo is, I don't know. It was way more balanced pre-rotation when we had so many better item-based consistency, or non-item consistency cards. Like, we had the Lances of the world, we had Rotom, Lumineon, Radiant Greninja. Like, Badoo creates way more non-games now, which is kind of annoying. Like, there were games I had, like, over the course of the weekend, I just felt kind of chalked from the beginning, because you set up, like, one Hoothoots, one Teal Mask, they start using Itchy Pollen, and you can maybe kill, you can reach for the Badoo kill, but then they just stamp you, the game, like, ends, because your board is just so weak. And, like, if you want to, like, compare it to, like, Trash Lynch Garb and be like, Badoo is not the problem. Like, you just need to build your deck differently. You need to be less reliant on item-based consistency cards and more reliant on supporters and stadiums. That feels weird, because, like, people played a bunch of Bridgets in the Trash Lynch formats. And, like, that was kind of fine, because on your first turn going first, you could, how do you spell Bridget? It's too hard. You could typically, like, find this card, play it turn one, and get your whole board down. And, like, the equivalent to this now is, like, Brock Scouting or something, right? That's, like, now, like the new format rules that we have, like, this, that is not good. Like, you open, like, Brock, and you're just like, okay, draw pass. Like, you still lose a turn. I don't know. It's like, I don't think the card should be banned. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it, but yeah, things are gonna have to change. Like, Arvins are gonna have to leave decks. Like, that card is just so bad when you're item locked. Gonna have to, yeah, just switch around how decks are built, and then maybe, hopefully, Badoo's not a problem. We'll see. Did I talk about my post with the Pidgey plush? I did not. The lore behind that was, I bought the Pidgey from one of the vendors, and I wanted to make a post about it. Initially, I was gonna do like the plush, the box of sleeves, like, do all the things. But then I'm like, it'd be funny to put a Pidgeot in there. Not that I was gonna play Pidgeot, but just because I wanted my Pidgeot plush to have a friend. I wanted him not to feel all lonely there, so I had to put Pidgeot EX next to Pidgeot plush. You guys need to be more aggressively penalizing blatant clock manipulation. I could see that. In a slower format, it feels pretty bad when there's, like, one person taking a long time. Game 1 takes 35 minutes, and then can't do that twice. I think what's interesting, like, the most interesting part of the ban Badoo conversation is, like, usually when you see, like, something, one of those things, like, sprout out on social media, it's like, it, like, comes from, like, just, you don't see, like top players, like, saying, like, ban Pecharunt. But seeing, like, multiple people, like, very, very good players, say that Badoo should be banned, I think that's pretty interesting. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it. I'm ready for landing with a deck box page, but I knew what he was doing. Bro, I never said I was playing Pidgeot. Quit reading between the lines, bro. That's crazy. I don't know. We'll see. It's a kind of the combination of all of it, though. Like, Badoo with Stamp and Dusknoir and Dragapult. Like, if you remove some of those pieces, then it's a lot less impressive, but it's fine. It's fine. Terapagos seems okay. I just think that, like, all these Noctowl decks feel a bit sketchy in support just because their engine's so exploitable. but yeah, it's a cool deck. I think the Volcanions are really cool innovation to like help out your Goldango matchup quite a lot. Yo, wait, turn in Dangerous Laser to shut off Bidoo? You're cooking. Grabber to come back to ruin the Rotom turn. True. Yeah. Lightning Energy? Yeah, I don't know why they were playing Lightning Energy. I think they just said in the post on Twitter that it was just a joke. And you should just play a different energy instead. The black ball helps you with monkey attack and talk, or helps you one shot a monkey or one shot with monkey into our Galadon. Yeah, seems good. The volcano is a lot easier to use. Seems pretty lit. Crown Opal. You cannot Crown Opal with this deck. You do not play water or grass energy or play crystal. The lightning energy does nothing. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Chad. Really appreciate that. Very kind of you. I see the Sylveon. Yeah, Eevee Box had like a surprisingly decent showing. It tied the win it in. Very cool deck. Like, I mean, Sylveon's such a good card. All these evolving decks don't appreciate their big guys getting thrown back in. Stamp's really cool, so you can go like stamp Angelite and make them have to have a lot. I think a Sylveon control. I don't know if that like something like that could work, but seems cool. I see a Pidgeot here. I can. But ends Joltik seems bad. Does Bolt need the Noctowl line? Why not Bolt with pure Bolt with Crispin and Sada? I think the issue is like you don't have the cards that like you're missing a lot of like the connecting pieces, like your last round. Like you don't have like the Pokestop and the Ninja that kind of like helped you reach those early knockouts. So like you're not as explosive. And your mid game and late game is still pretty mid. So the Noctowl doesn't help you be more explosive, but it just helps you get to those mid and late game combos a lot more easy. A lot more easy. I don't know, man. I can't talk. English is so difficult. I don't really know what to do. But yeah. I try like the regular pure bolt, and you can get to the turn one attacks a lot more consistently, but it like just kind of fizzles out. I guess Noctowl does too, but I don't know. It just has like a lot better like turn twos, turn threes, where the other bolt deck is like all in on just getting some kind of crazy turn one. I can see like the owl deck being okay though, or the non-owl deck being fine. Like if the you could like build like a non-owl deck, that like turn one baby bolt like Dreepy. That would be so cool. Oh, there's no shot poison bolt is the truth. I should watch game 3 of finals. Okay, I'll watch game 3 of finals. I actually have not watched it. Oh, I've seen the ending. I know how it ends, but I've not seen anything other than that. Okay, we'll watch. We can watch game 3 of. Hold up. I gotta find the clip. Or find day 2. Huge. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, I know how this ends, but I do not know the rest of it. I mean, I saw all like the Badoo memes on Twitter, so I'm sure it's I'm sure there's a lot of itchy pollinating going on right now. Yeah, game 3 of finals. Gardevoir versus Dragapult Dusknoir. Holt going first. That's a lot of supporters in Drick's hand. Is that like all the supporters? I think it's like 2 Ionos, a Jock. There may have been like, man, 2 Dark Prize. It's kind of wild. Looked like a bunch of supporters in Drick's hand. Okay, looks like that is true. Henry's got a pretty good start, it looks like. We have plenty of Pokemon search. Oh, they're about to go to time. I just realized that this is this is not a game that we're gonna see go all the way. Okay, all right. That's interesting. So okay, have the Nest Ball. Shoot, this is awkward. We probably have to go Badoo, so Drake can't get to like some like crazy aggressive like Candy, like Jet Headbutt, Phantom Dive, like time is called, so it's gonna be really interesting because like assuming Henry Badoo's, Drake gets like it's not an amazing chance he attacks turn 2. I guess maybe we could see a Dragon Headbutt. This is so just win after time is called. I mean, we know how it ends, right? Henry's gonna be like eyeing up Clefairy here. I guess that kind of makes sense. Need that to get the early knockout. It's like, yeah. How does like Hedrick goes Dragapult take 1, then Henry just is like nuke it, and how does he ever win on prizes? Because it's like, bro, this is gonna be weird. I just already know this is gonna be like really like, bro, it's definitely gonna Badoo, right? So it can't go Candy Pulse or Candy Dusk. You know what done worse if I got a Pidgeot? I don't think that's really worth thinking about. I think I made a good call. I played a good deck. I just didn't play good enough. No, my phone died at the airport, so I couldn't watch it. I just saw the ending on Twitter, like the clip of what happened. Cause I like watched game 1 and the Uber over, and then my phone died. Alright, see the Zorua, sure. Bro, when are we gonna get the Badoo down? Don't we have to Badoo? Am I trolling? Like does Hedrick not just like totally roll Henry? Are the chances totally roll Henry if we're not item locking? Maybe I'm just trolling. I don't know. We're throwing Mortys. Nice. Need a power bank tech. True. Built him take a Dreepy. I guess that's true. We need like Bravery Charm Badoo. I guess that's fair. We're just like handing Drake a prize. Yeah. Alright. Vessel from Henry. Oh, we're retreating to Screamtail to deny the. Oh, we're gonna go to the Clefairy here? I guess it's saying you don't have Candy Pulse? Interesting. I thought he was gonna go Screamtail. What's the top deck graphic, bro? Wait, do you have like Arvin? That's not even that good of a top deck. What? It's 1 of Candy. Oh, sure. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, right. Oh wait, he top deck Candy? Wait, what? Oh, I didn't see it because it's this stupid art. Okay, sure, sure. Bro, playing the worst candy art. Okay, okay. Alright, my bad. I thought it was the Arvin off the top, and I'm just like, it doesn't even seem that good. But okay, oh shoot, yeah, now this is a game. Toddler with Nest season is will shatter the best thing. That's kind of real. Okay, so now Henry gets punished pretty hard for pushing the Clefairy. There isn't, but yeah, and then there's Dustclaw. Like 3 here. I guess does that really matter? It's probably pretty good. Drake takes the 3 price turn. Yeah, makes sense. As Hedrick, are we killing Zorua here? Or are we killing Ralts? Like, it's taking out one individual Ralts doesn't do a ton. But I guess it like, yeah, because like if Henry's whiffing Guardy, you're winning the game. So it has to be Zorua, right? Just so it's not cards. There's just less cards. You couldn't pop Dust because no bench poke. I feel like as Drick, you're just content with losing. Like you're losing this game anyway if your Polt dies, right? Like if Henry gets Candy, Guardy, Stretcher, you're fine. You're like if your Polt dies, you're losing the game anyway. It doesn't matter, bro. Now I know how I can see this happening. Like I've read the ending to the book. I know what happens. Oh no. This play is so great. You only lose if Henry researches into Candy, Guardy, Stretcher. Oh no. What could possibly go wrong? Think as Drake if you'd gone Arvin, Poffin for Dreepy, Badoo, Ichipollen, and then Candy, Polt, Clefairy. It's game rights. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like the play that Drake makes here is real. Like you're putting it on Henry to draw the nuts, but like, does that guarantee win? Because Henry then couldn't attack. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Like wouldn't yeah. I think. Yeah, Drake just wins if he does that, right? Like what counterplay? Because like Henry could do, but then Drake could just go like, I don't know. I guess if Henry Badoo, it would get weird because Drake would have all Dreepies in play. Now Monkey wouldn't matter because there wasn't damage. Oh, but if you had Rescue Board, then you just go retreat and or fight for game, right? Okay, so it would only be a problem if Henry could go Charm Badoo. Man, that's iconic. That is so cool. Man. Chris just making sure there was an extra card drawn. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, yeah, the line that Drake took was pretty high odds to win, but could have maybe taken a better one there. I ever tried to draw open cards like that? I've ever had the situation that called for that. Man, that is an iconic game of poke for sure. Man, I wish I would have saw that live. How unfortunate. That was pretty cool. I'm glad I watched that. Yeah, dang, that was sick, bro. Henry having 3 regional wins is pretty insane. I want 3 regional wins here is pretty crazy work. But yeah, Dragapult, good deck. that's the takeaway from Atlanta. Pult, good deck. Not much beats Pult. I need to watch Azul's reaction. I didn't see that. That was my first time watching the game. Every Pult player switches to Guardy. Real. Yeah, but like I said, I think the meta is gonna kind of centralize around Pult and Guardy here. Like, I think a lot of these other like jank decks, the Arches, the Terra Boxes, are gonna kind of just fall out of favor just because like you take a mid Pult matchup, your deck's not that good. But do War meta? Honestly, yeah. Bro. I don't know if I can deal with a few more months of Badooing. But it is what it is, I guess. But it will be very, very interesting to see how things end up develop. Oh my gosh, English is hard. It'll be very interesting to see how the meta ends up developing, leading into like Milwaukee regionals here in a few weeks. There is the regional in Mexico this weekend. So I doubt there'll be anything too drastic that happens there, but because there's just like not really too much time to breathe between the two events. But like, what do we have after that? Like we have Milwaukee, and there might be an EU like SPE in there too. Yeah, okay, yeah. There's an EU SPE, South African SPE in Milwaukee. So those ones will be pretty exciting to see how things change. So I'm sure that there'll be some cool innovation and stuff found. That's pretty much all I have for Atlanta. I mean, yeah, the format is certainly a format. Dragon Bolt's great. Guardy, reports of Guardy's death were greatly exaggerated. And yeah, personally, I was pretty disappointed with how my tournament ended, but just gonna use it as motivation to be ready. Yeah, more prepared for Milwaukee. Hopefully, have a more complete run there. I think like the thing that has left me most disappointed is I have never, in tournaments that I've day 2'd, I've never won the last round. It like bothers me a lot. Like I just can't finish days. Like every single tournament I've made day 2 have lost the last round. What website I was using earlier for my matches? This is labs.limitlessccg.com. I don't unsubscribe from Rowan. Yeah, it's okay. Gotta get better, you know. But yeah, it's pretty much all I have. Decks that made top cut were cool. Don't really have a whole lot to add. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here then. I'm pretty tired. I think I'm kind of getting sick from the weekend too, so I kind of take it easy and hopefully not get super sick because that would suck. But yeah. Oh yeah, but before I leave, I want to shout out everyone who came and said hi this weekend. I don't know why, like what, but there were so many people that like felt like it keeps just more and more people who like want a picture, say hi, or want me to sign something. That is like super cool. It's like honestly amazing. Yeah, like you guys are awesome. Like really, I feel like this last year I've not really been as consistent with content as I'd like to be, and it bothers me a little bit, but it's like it also like motivates me a lot because like I feel like I'm not even close to the person, the creator, the player that I'm capable of. I'm here. And it's like, imagine what everything would look like if just put a little more work in. And somehow the stream figured out it was my birthday. I heard that, so people are just DMing me happy birthday, and I like didn't say any or much of anything about it, day 2 being my birthday, and people started DMing me happy birthday or telling me happy birthday there at the venue, which is really funny. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. It really means a lot for the consistent support. Sometimes I feel like I don't work hard enough to deserve it, so I really appreciate all you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll have some Mickey gameplay sometime this week. Get back in the grind. I probably should play in a Mickey with my upvote list just to like show him not just some fake AI guy or something. So that'll probably be sometime this week. Gonna try to get back on the content grind. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I will catch you guys next time.